welcome. Thank you for joining me today. I want to talk about what I consider the biggest gift you could ever give yourself, and that is self-acceptance. So I'm choosing the wording self-acceptance today rather than self-love, which you could definitely say self-love, loving yourself, but I'm choosing self-acceptance because self-love, that term love and also the idea of self-love can be so fluffy and sometimes very polarized, where acceptance is very simple. And of course, self-love is where it's at. But usually first, we come into an acceptance, a neutrality, as we really then learn how to live in a way that is loving for our mind, our body, our world, ourselves, others. And acceptance, neutrality, benevolence, you could call it unconditionality, is really, I'll say, more of the epitome of love. So, the invitation I have for you today is a big one. It's a super, super, super important big one. And what I'd like to invite you to do is to draw a line in the sand. I've done this a few times. And when you draw a line in your consciousness, sorry, I can't quite see my line, and you step over it and you mean it, very powerful change is possible because you get to choose. It's your reality, your choice. And of course, when you make a choice, things don't automatically transform in your physical world. But when you're firm, they do. It takes a little while for the energies to catch up, your mind, your body. But once you make that choice, you put a stake in the ground, and you say, I will not go back, everything realigns for you. It just does. So, are you ready to make 100% commitment to self-acceptance? Take a deep breath and feel that. What would that feel like? To fully, completely, absolutely, unconditionally, unequivocally, accept yourself and everything about you, everything you've ever done, every word that ever is to be uttered out of your mouth again. It's wonderful. It's a gift. So, how do we go about it? If you're on board, now, perhaps you just want to draw that line and give it a go for an hour, for a day. But I highly encourage you to just make a plan, like a commitment. I'm going to at least try this for, let's see if I can make it an hour, a day, whatever. I'm going to encourage you to just go for it, jump off that cliff and go for the full experience. So, couple tips though, couple things I want to mention, going back to not calling this self-love. So, number one, this is very important. We are going into acceptance, neutrality. Now, I love positivity. It's wonderful. But I would really like to encourage you to go for acceptance rather than positivity. So, let me give you an example of what that means. Let's just say, okay, so as humans, here we are. What's the biggest thing you're identified with? Your body and your mind. But the physical body, death, right? Life or death. How does the body look? How does it feel? Is it sick? Is it big? Is it small? Does my hair look okay? Am I eating the right food? Doing the right exercise? Am I moving enough every day? Am I sleeping enough? Blah, blah, blah. Most people I know don't fully accept their bodies. Wow, that's a big one. So let's start with the body. Can you just fully accept your body as it is? Oh, it is a huge gift to do so. Now, let's say you're on board and then 5 minutes from now you go into the bathroom, you catch your reflection in the mirror. Here is how we do this. you are the one who's going to notice maybe a thought, a judgment that says, oh, look at my hair. Look at, I don't like how that thing is sticking out from my shirt, or there's my stomach's too lumpy, or I look short and squat and not, whatever. Whatever that little thing is, or you may look down at your clothes and the mind doesn't like this, or your fingernails aren't perfectly manicured, whatever it may be for you. When those things happen, as they do for all of us, rather than being positive, we're going to choose acceptance. So, why is that? And this is a very big point to distinguish from. As we are embodying more of our true essence, it requires the release, the dissolvement of beliefs and emotions. It just takes up space in your consciousness. The overlays over your pure light of consciousness, you have overlays, which are a conglomerate of belief systems. This equals this, that equals that, this is better than this, that is better than that, this is good, this is bad, this is right, this is wrong, I like this, I like that, I don't like this, I don't like that. That all takes up space from your pure essence. So most people are very dense and packed in with a lot of beliefs. We definitely, on our journey to self-acceptance and beyond, want to release and allow these things to dissolve away. So, when you catch that little glimpse in the mirror and it says, oh my goodness, this little section right here is too short and it makes your head look funny, or whatever the hell, that'd be me. And whatever that is for you, rather than, what a lot of times we've been taught to do is being positive. And again, positivity is a wonderful thing to a point, but it's wonderful to be aware of positive and negative and go beyond it into neutrality. So when the mind says, okay, this is bad, I don't like how this looks. So there's a negative right here. And then the thing we've been taught to do is usually to be positive and say, well, when I go get my haircut, I'll tell him to do this, or, I'll fluff it this way. There, it covers it up. Now it looks better. So you just made a positive, and now you've balanced the scales, and you feel better. It doesn't feel good when the mind is negative. It doesn't feel good when those negative beliefs come in, right? Like, oh, look at you, you look like crap. Oh, well, at least I have this going for me. That looks nice. It's like, your body looks like crap. Yeah, but my nails look nice today. So it's like balancing out these imbalances. And that's what a lot of the mental jungle gym is about all day long. The mind comes in with negative thoughts, and we've been paying attention, so we try to balance them out with positive thoughts, right? Or take a positive action, Oh, God, your butt looks big. Well, I'm going to go for a walk later. Boop. Okay, I feel balanced out now. But you haven't released anything. You're just balancing the scale of internal energies. And those energies are dense overlays that just keep you locked into belief systems. So let's go beyond that. So now, how do we approach this? And hey, there's times where you need a little positivity, go for it. I have a sign upstairs in my upper bathroom that says, attitude is everything. Because there's times where you just need to choose that positive attitude and go for it. So I don't want to make it sound like I am denying that, because it's been an important helper for me also. But again, as we go beyond duality, good, bad, right, wrong, we come into this pure, divine, clear consciousness, this clear radiance, where there's no good or bad or right or wrong. More and more and more. And so, when the mind says, this is bad, I don't like this looks ugly, or, whatever it is on your body, oh, what about this, what about that, you didn't eat good enough, or you didn't sleep good enough, or What about blah, blah, blah? Your response. Deep breath always. Feel your presence. Breathe and feel. Great way to start everything. And then just is. We're not going to argue. We're not going to fix. We're not going to fight. That is actually what keeps these patterns of judgment alive. So you can take a deep breath, go into your heart, maybe have an inner smile. Just is. And if you haven't practiced this before, you might find yourself over and over and over, because I used the example of the body, but again, today the invitation is to completely accept yourself every way possible. Any thoughts the mind flings at you about what you've done, what you should be doing, past or future, anything about you, your life, your world, your bank account, your house, your relationships, what you're doing with your time, your energy, etc., etc. Just is. Can you refuse to judge yourself? If you're accepting this invitation, take a breath and just say it with me. I've said this many times. This was, we'll say, my initial, my main, my most committed decision that I made 2014, 15, I don't know. I will not judge myself. So I refuse to judge myself. Say it out loud if you can. Say it in your head. I refuse to judge myself. I will not judge myself. Period. Say it, mean it, claim it, and I promise you, the mind's going to go rah, rah, rah. But if you do draw that line and step over it, I promise you, it will change your life. It will absolutely be a totally different life that you live. And it's much easier, nicer, gentler, a lot more fun to be your own best friend. All right. I refuse to judge myself. Thank you for joining me today. Namaste.